Hello again, and welcome back to Educator.com's Introduction to PHP course. In today's lesson, we're going to be covering the topic of error handling in PHP. Specifically, we're going to talk about how PHP handles errors by classifying them according to different levels and how it reports them. We're going to talk about the error reporting function, which is a way of managing how errors are reported in PHP. We're going to talk about a number of different configuration directives within PHP INI that affect how errors are handled. And we're also going to introduce a new operator known as the error control operator that relates to error handling in PHP. So basically, PHP, it classifies errors according to different levels of severity. And then what you can do is set the level of severity that you want to be made aware of for certain errors. So you might want to be made aware of only severe errors, or maybe you want to be made aware of errors and warnings. PHP allows you to set that level, and it also allows you to set how you want to be made aware of it. For example, like you can have it output to your browser, you could have it output to a log file. And the way that you set the level that you want to see in PHP is using this directive called error_reporting. It's a configuration directive in php.ini, and what it does is it globally sets the error level that you want reported for all of your scripts running in a particular PHP configuration. And basically what you do is you set that configuration directive to a number of different error level constants, which can be found at this link here. If we actually go and look at this page, it's part of the PHP website, you can see that there are different constants, which are, for example, the first one defined as e_error. The constants are integer values, and then PHP has different constants for different types of error, different levels of errors. For example, e_errors is for fatal runtime errors. So if you specify error reporting directive to be set to this, then all the fatal runtime errors will be reported. There's other ones like e_warning, which is sort of a step down from error. It's maybe non-fatal errors, but something that's that you should know about. E_notice is kind of like the next level down, which is even less severe errors that happen. And as you can see, there's a number of different configuration directives, a number of different constants you can use in the error reporting configuration directive to set the level of errors that you want to see. Down here, just to mention, is e_all, which is basically shows all the different errors and warnings, and it's commonly used in development because you want to be made aware of any errors that are occurring. The way that the error reporting function works, the error reporting directive works, is by using what's known as performing bitwise operations on these different error constants. So for example, if we go, and I'll explain what that means in a sec, if we go and look at the php.ini file and we go down, scroll down a ways and find the error reporting directive, this is an example of a bitwise operation on two error reporting constants. We have the error reporting constant eall and the error reporting constant estrict. This right here is known as the bitwise OR operator, and basically what it does is it says we want to see report all errors, and then also in addition any messages that are reported by estrict. And estrict kind of provides additional information to you that's not necessarily errors, that's useful during development. We're not going to go over bitwise operators in detail here, and if you want to find out more information, we're going to include a link in the quick notes to the bitwise operators on php.net. But you can also find within php.ini file, in this error handling and logging section, it actually talks a lot about the different error level constants that are available, and it talks about how you can use these bitwise operators to basically customize what error levels you want to be made aware of. So for example, this right here is the eall constant, and it's running a bitwise operation known as the AND operation on the bitwise operation not of the eNotice variable. What that's constant. What that's essentially saying is I want to be made aware of all errors except and this means to not I don't want to be made aware of errors that are of the notice level. So it's saying everything but the notice level. These are examples of how you can use these sort of bitwise operators. So actually, if we go and look at a script we've written called errorhandling.php, it's going to contain an error, basically, or it's going to generate an error. And in this case, we've created a variable called divide by 0, and we're going to have it be the result of a division operation that divides by 0, which in PHP and most programming languages is not allowed, and it's going to generate a warning. So if we have the script and we go and take a look at it, let me just refresh it. You can see that we get a warning. This is of error level warning. It's saying division by 0 occurred on line 14, and if we go back and look at errorhandling.php, see on line 14 we divided by 0. Well, if we want to, for example, configure our PHP setup so that it doesn't show warning messages, which are configured by the e_warning constant, we can edit our PHP ini file to change that. And what we're going to do is we're going to say we want to show all the errors, except we don't, and this is the not operator, we don't want to see e_warning errors. So if we save this, and then because we're changing the configuration file, we need to restart Apache. So if we go ahead and restart Apache and view our page again, you should see, because this error is of the e_warning type, it should disappear. And as you can see, it does. So let me actually just go back and change that back to the default value, or the default value that we've been using for development. And this is the default value that XAMPP sets in PHP ini. And we go ahead and restart Apache to make sure that the error shows up again. And we refresh the page. We can see that we get the warning again.